last call, thinking that I know you're not sure. Make a long stop, ready or not. I see you, but I need to know more. What you wanna do? Because I know we didn't dance, but I saw you watching on the dance floor. Maybe at the exit door, and maybe we could talk some more. Oh, yeah. You stand beside me. Oh, no. You're watching me, and the feelings.
Greetings. Good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly Lunch and Learn.
In terms of business, if you have a dream, go for it. Pursue it. Work hard at it, because with anything that you want to do, it's going to come hard work. You know, if you don't put the hard work, if you don't put the time into it, it's not going to flourish the way you want to.
Maybe advice for anybody who's looking to start a business, like, just do it. Start off small and then kind of expand. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, but like once you're in it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this long time ago?
Love you. Tell yourself, I love me too. I love you, Amina. Love you. When you open your heart and your mind, you're opening up to your blessing.
Yeah.
Not muted. Greetings, and good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly edition of our Lunch and Learn. So happy to have you guys here. Today we will be experiencing expressions from a creative soul with Miss Vanessa Sowell-Skeeter. She has vended with us before in the past, but this year she's going to be vending in person, and here today she's here to share with us about her business. And don't forget, it's Women's Month, and as we promised, we're bringing another amazing woman up to the stage, please. Hey, hello. Vanessa, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm well. Thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an honor. Before we dive in into our conversation, I would love for you to share with the community a little bit about yourself, and not necessarily what you do in the why yet, but just some of your background and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, just before I start, I just want to let you know there's a little bit of static when you're speaking. I don't know if you're aware of that. So I don't know if other people can hear it. Okay. All right. But to give a little bit about myself, I'm a retired educator. I was in education for 30 years. And the latter part of my career, I taught special education, which was very near and dear to my heart. I do miss my children. I don't miss the work. But I decided to find something to do with myself after I retired, because I'm not one of those people who can just sit around and do nothing. And I have a degree in art. My background when I started college the first time was at FIT, and I used a lot of that when I taught. So I decided to incorporate that into some sort of business to do while I was a retiree. I started with invitations and note cards, and I slowly expanded to T-shirts and other things, which now I have a full line. As a matter of fact, I just niched down because I had too many things in the line. I was doing too many things. So I've been doing that, I'd say, steadily for the last 4 years, and honing my skills and taking classes and learning more and getting a little more business savvy.
Beautiful. All right. So you kind of defined what you did. Can you tell us why? Well, you also kind of told us why. But is there a passion under the the fact that, first of all, I want to acknowledge that, first of all, you don't even look old enough to be retired. I'm like, retired? Okay. So I love how we can live so many lives in this one lifetime that we're gifted. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, let me let you in on a little secret. I'm very close to 70.
Girl, what you doing? Give me the secrets. Give us the secret. Look, you may have a whole nother business over there in your pocket you didn't even know about. So share with me, is there, outside of like wanting to keep yourself busy is what I hear, is there an underlying passion under, like, because I know you said that you started with like invitations and cards. Was there like an underlying passion under that caused you to like go down that path?
Yes, I have always loved stationery. People would buy me stationery as gifts because that's how much I loved it, because I used it all. I think there's nothing that brings a smile faster than when you open up an envelope and there's a lovely card or note card inside, addressed to you with something uplifting written inside. And that's how I started. I wanted to do things that made people smile. And, with the invitations, I said, well, people will always have occasions. They'll always get married. They'll always have birthday parties. So why not? In addition to that, I also try, as well as with my other products, to incorporate some of the personality of the person into the product.
Got you. So I hear that they're very personal. This is a personal business, not just a passion business and a purpose business, but it's also a personal thing for you. That's beautiful. So I remember reading in your bio that you sent over, there was a share. So I want to kind of spin question number 2. And because I can hear right now already how it supports the BIPOC community, but I had read something about you not putting anything that ties to us negatively. Would you share more on that? And because I'm thinking, I have an idea of what you may mean, but I would love for you to be clear with the community on what your purpose in using your gift and also meshing it with our BIPOC community. Like, not necessarily how does it support us, but how are you using it to not?
Well, from my years as teaching, I always wanted to present as a positive role model, and I think I was able to accomplish that in the classroom. And when I left the classroom, I wanted to continue to do that. I will not print any images that reflect us in a negative light. I am open to, everyone being equal. If you like it, I love it. So, I openly embrace all couples, all families, all races. And I try not to leave anyone out, but my main focus is to present my culture in a positive way.
Overstood. So I'm hearing like uplifting products and uplifting pieces that hold us up in a bright light, and not necessarily because I know sometimes I'll see a lot of things that are put onto cups and onto shirts that make me chuckle and may make me laugh, but they're not necessarily the thing that makes me feel bright on the inside and light up on the inside and feel like proud and good to be a person in that moment. I love music. I love hip hop. I love videos. I love the people who do what they do in it. But sometimes, the image of someone's big old booty everywhere, it's like it's already in the street. You don't always need it on someone's shirt too, or your cup and things like that. So I guess that's what I was kind of thinking of what you meant. So glad to know that is something that matters to you.
Yes.
So what impacts or strides has your business had and your business had in the community? And what other strides would you like to make?
Well, I belong to a few different fraternal and community service organizations. So a lot of times I support through that, when they have drives for school supplies, I always make sure to donate. When they have drives for clothing, I always donate. When they need help with something, I'm there to help. I have been involved for 25 years now in one of my community service organizations. And I guess I will continue to be involved until I can't anymore, because it's become a part of my life. My family were members of the organization, and I just continue the tradition. You know, one of the other ways that I like helping is every year around, usually I do it in August, I do a book bag giveaway, because I know every parent is not able to buy school supplies. When I taught, I kept school supplies in my classroom because no one was going to come in and say they couldn't do the work because they didn't have a notebook or they didn't have a pen or a pencil. Here you go. Not a problem, you know. So every year I fill up a book bag with notebooks and school supplies and I raffle it off. You know, there's no fee, it's free. And you know, you can have it for your own child or you can give it to a child that you know that may need it. You know, another way that I have helped in the past, I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club, and I remember the population that I served there. So like this past year, another business and I got together and we provided a complete family dinner for four for Christmas along with gifts. You know, and I would like to do that more than once a year because I know sometimes it's a struggle. Now, I didn't choose the family. I contacted the director because the director that I work with is no longer there, but I explained to her who I was and what I wanted to do, and they chose the family.
That's so beautiful. I would love to see more. I would love to see you be able to do that the way you would like to. So I hear that that's an area of support that you can have. Do you have, is there an attachment to your business? Do you actually have your own like organization or do you just do it under the business?
No, I do it under the business and personally, you know,
Got you.
'cause a daughter in under the Shriners, and I'm also an Eastern Star. So I usually do it under those organizations, and then I do on my own as well.
Overstood, overstood. All right. So what can you use from the community outside of them enjoying your products and purchasing your products in your efforts to support the community? How can you be supported?
Um, just by people telling people, you know, what I do, because the majority of my business has come from word of mouth or people that, you know, I've had orders from before and they tell someone, you know, because, you know, I've so far not had any customers who were not happy with what they received. I make sure that my customers are pleased with their products. My customer service is very important to me. So you know, just getting the word out that this is what I do. You know, I'm one person. I do it by myself, so I'm not trying to grow and expand to humongous heights overnight. But you know, I would like for more people to know what I do, and you know, bring me their ideas because my tagline is "Your vision, our design."
Love it. I love it. I think back to, I can remember actually really vividly. I was in my late teens, early 20s, I want to say late teens, when Black expressions started to be like mainstreamed. I don't want to say that that's when it was started. I'm sure it was started way before it hit our stores like your line is. But it kind of reminds me, there have been times where I saw maybe an image, but I wish that this word was a little different on the inside. So I love the fact that it's almost like you allow the person to create with you and to
Yes,
create their own expression of
yes.
whatever it is that they're trying to relay or send over to the person that they love. And I just I definitely want the world to know, because I'm like, there's not a lot of that. You don't really, that's not something that's like everywhere. Like you have some things that hair, you can find lashes, you can find some things like everywhere, like mass marketed and hugely oversaturated. But this is not something that's just like everywhere in your timeline. So you're definitely someone that the world definitely needs to know. Our community definitely needs to have in their pockets, and not have it that the others need you as well, because sometimes they don't know how to express themselves, and maybe there's something that you can help them say that they don't know how, because maybe they're afraid of crossing a line, if that makes any sense, or like, you know, just offending someone. So because I hear such care and passion in what it is that you're helping the person for you, helping you guys create together, that you would be able to help. And then that teacher in you and that guidance, because I hear a sort of guidance counselor spirit energy in there as well, providing things, and not just providing the education, but giving the care as well. So that is so dope. So do you have any of your products with you today that you can share some?
Yes, I
I would
do. As a
love
matter of
to.
fact.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
okay.
give you the stage. I'm gonna actually come down, and you can present your items and present your
Okay.
art.
All right. Well, some of the things that I have that I can share with you, because I didn't have a lot of space here. So my note cards, which is what I started with. This is one of my. Let me see. Can you see that? There we go. That's one of my main ones. This is called "I Am Every Woman." Okay. And this is another one that I've done that's gotten very good positive responses. Okay. This is one of my original designs. And the last one would be, there we go. Okay. So some of the other things that I do are I print on drinkware. And I have some of my drinkware here that I can show you. One is a shot glass. Now, most people think of a shot glass as, alcohol, but I've had people come to me and order shot glasses for their apple cider vinegar, which they may take every morning. So you take a shot, you need a shot glass. You don't need a full glass. Okay. Grab these. Okay, here we go. So some of the other things that I do are coffee and tea mugs. This is one design. Okay. This one is another. This is on frosted glass. And the design is completely embedded into the glass. And one of the other ones is one that I really like a lot. This is my African American history image with a lot of people that we will recognize. Okay. And this design is embedded into the cup. Okay. So that's all I have with me right now. But I think if you look on my website, if you look at my Instagram page, you will see a lot more of the items that I've done.
Those images are so gorgeous and so
Thank
crisp
you.
and clean. They have like I just felt like this feeling of pride as I looked at each item, and as it just kept moving, I can feel that high vibration and that positivity that you're looking to put out there. And it was so funny because when you went to apple cider, I was like, yeah, my green shots, or my lemon. You have a question. The question is, are the shot glasses about 2 ounces?
Yes,
Or
they
was
are. Yes, they are.
Yeah. All right. See, so they're 2 ounces. And that was exactly what I thought of. I was like, okay, yeah, while I have definitely enjoyed and can enjoy a little shot of alcohol here and there, I actually definitely like the idea of like having an intentional shot glass
Hmm.
for that wellness item.
Yes.
Um, And it's so funny because when you gave me the pronunciation of your name, I said so well. She's out here making us so well. And then that was what I literally said in my head. And then I'm like, here you are selling us a shot glass that's for our wellness items. So,
Yeah.
that's like pretty dope. So
Yes,
I know you
I do
shared.
keep a shot glass in my kitchen for that reason. I've been doing more juicing.
Yeah.
So this way I have a shot glass nearby. No excuses. Get it
That
in.
wheatgrass shot, that ginger shot, whatever it
Yes.
is, it's already ready to go. You rinse it
Yes.
out, ready to go.
Yes.
I love it. So I know you mentioned about, because the product, the designer, the artist in me is listening to when you shared about having yourself spread out and kind of like doing too many items and scaling it down to corner off your niche. What would you share with anyone out there who creates products about that lesson that you learned?
That it's okay to want to do things, but you have to realize when it's too much. The reason that happened is because those things may not have started out being a part of my line, but people came to me and said, "Oh, could you do this?" And I wanted to challenge myself. I said, "Oh, well, let me try. Let me see what I can do." And I did it, added to the line. "Oh, can you do this?" Did it, added to the line. Until I looked around, I said, "Okay, wait a minute. There is just too much going on here."
I do. So as a designer, what I heard for myself was have your like key statement items or I'm a jewelry designer, so statement pieces, but you would have your statement items. And then if someone wants because this is what I'm hearing, because I know we don't want to turn away business. You want to please your client as well as your revenue, make up your revenue and things like that. So maybe there are special made to order items that you'll maybe do a special order for, but you won't necessarily, that doesn't mean to add it to the line.
Right. I do custom orders. So, like I just had a customer call me the other day. She wanted some tumblers. I do insulated tumblers. And she had an idea of what she wanted on it. But the way that I work is I'll do, 2 or 3 sketches of designs and, go back to the customer, and then you can take away, add to, however you want to do it, until we finalize a design that you're happy with before I produce it.
Love it. I love it. Okay, so for those of you who might just be joining, we are getting tips on when you're creating a line on how to manage your line. Kind of sort of, you want to have some statement pieces. You don't want to overflood yourself with product, and you do want to take custom orders. You want to be able to take custom orders if possible.
Yes.
I love it. So I know that there was something that you wanted to share with the community today. I would love to leave that to you to share with them. And as well as if you'd like to share your social media information has been dropped already, but if you'd like to share anything about that, how they can contact you, what you're available for, all of that good stuff.
Well, I have a Facebook page, which is it is Pastels, Prints, and Papers by Sowell Design Inc. And the link is there at the bottom. And I am also on Instagram, and it's at Pastels, Prints, Papers. You can also reach me by email if you needed to reach out about a custom order, and that's at contact@pastelsprints.papers.com. And I also like to offer a special code when I'm doing interview types of things, because I appreciate people coming and viewing and listening and, taking anything away that might help them with whatever it is that they're doing. So I'm doing a March Madness event, and the code is MME50. If you buy 1 t-shirt from the t-shirt selection on my line, you can get a second t-shirt for 50% off. Okay. The other thing I wanted to bring, which we didn't talk about, is I'm also an avid recycler. So I also try to recycle whenever I can. And like most people look at things and say, "Oh, that's trash." And I look at it and say, well, what can I do with this? So if I decide I really can't do anything with it, then it becomes trash. But if I think I can do something with it, it's no longer trash.
I can relate to that as a jewelry maker. I've remixed, I call it remixing. I've remixed so many pieces for people, and I love, one of my passions actually is when people bring, like, you know how your grandma or your mom may have had that container that contained all of this amazing jewelry from different decades, and maybe some pieces are broken, but you don't, or an earring is lost and there's only one, things like that, but they're so amazing that you didn't want to let them go, or they have a sentimental value to the person. I really love to update that and make it in a today piece for them. That's like one of my, so I get that. And you have a question, Miss Lady.
Okay.
So Z Talib would like to know, if a client wants multiples of something, can you do that?
Yes, of course.
So you can do like a bulk order.
Mm-hmm.
So alrighty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something that I would love to get from you in the future. For a group of folks that I am an amazing part of. Yeah. So a question came up for me while you were sharing. We're in Women's Month.
Yes.
Can you share with us what are some of the things that you love about being a woman, and then some of the things that you're challenged by being a woman?
Some of the things that I love is, and I know this is not just for women, but I love that I have a deep empathy towards other people. My mother, raised me that, whatever you have, you share with other people. It will come back to you in triple. So, that's how I feel. If I have, you can have. If I can do something to help you, I will. I guess I have a very, very nurturing spirit. And something that I find challenging about being a woman, well, first of all, I used to find it challenging that people would look at me and think that I was the child because I didn't, I guess, look grown up or whatever. And I would have to remind them, listen, I'm grown. Okay. But the other thing is that women still have trouble in the workplace with getting what they're entitled to, with getting the positions they should get without so much struggle.
Yeah, not to mention not receiving the financial payback over that all. Thank you for that. I appreciate you sharing. So, yeah, that's true. Z said she was raised that it'll come back tenfold. Amen. Mm-hmm. Our ancestors definitely make sure of that. And I'm sitting over here, I was chuckling just now when you said about the challenge. I'm like, well, you're over here going on 70, looking like you're barely 40 something. So listen, that's not a bad challenge to have.
I know. Now I appreciate it. But when I was in my early 20s, I didn't appreciate it because people looked at me like I am not a child.
I get it. I bartend at an arena, and when we're carding people all the time, like, it's so amazing to me how the attitude and energy towards being carded changes once you're over, like, well, I had somebody tell me they were old the other day and they were going at 30.
Oh my gosh.
I just chuckled.
They're not even grown yet.
I chuckled. I was like, I was fully 16 years old when you were born, okay? Good luck to being old. You have no idea. You have no idea that each decade, the more you declare being old, your body will start to get old on you.
That's right.
That it is important to keep that youthful nature, because I have it that everything in this world is energy, and it's about what we're giving to that body at that moment. Whether it be, you have people that face huge challenges, the big C being one of them. But I've noticed with the big C that when you have a community with you, when you have positivity, when you speak against it but not down to it or at it, when you just raise your vibration, that it can literally shift. And I've seen people literally just go through it and just come back out on that other side like they never even went through that period in their lives, and get right back to who they were before that challenge. And I find that that's what a lot of things need. A lot of things just need that positive energy talk spoken into it. And I'm sure you saw this through education, that when you are supporting those young ones, when you having that notebook, like it may take from your pocket, but it's not taken from your heart at all.
No, not at all.
Because you get to see a child that now doesn't sit there. You know, so many times they don't understand when children act out, why sometimes they're acting out. And sometimes it's as simple as not having a notebook and having to be embarrassed in front of your class and say, Miss Skeeter, I'm not prepared today. I don't have what I need because my mom or dad couldn't get it. And that creates something on the inside that is something that they will continue to have to work through if that's their challenge for a long time, you know. And people don't really think about the things that make us who we are once we become that grown individual, that all of that, what was poured into us or not poured into us, it impacts us, it shows up. And we're filled with a world of it where it shows up because they're not being poured into the way they need to be. Our children are not being supported the way they need to be, and it shows up and it impacts. So I just want to acknowledge you and thank you for being such a positive light in this world that can be darkened.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, I just always felt that children have enough to deal with, you know, growing up. And when there are real life issues, that impedes what happens when they come to school. You know, I used to always keep something to eat in my room. My kids knew that. So if they came in hungry, it wasn't a whole lot, but I'd have something for them to nosh on, because you can't think if your stomach is growling.
That part. Sure can. I love that. Z has a chuckle in here for us. She said her dad started calling her old when she turned 40 because apparently she had said something to that effect when he turned 40 and she had hurt his feelings.
Oh, so he got her back.
I love that. I love it. So tell me, Vanessa, what would you like, before we leave today, I have two questions for you. One, could you let the community know, like, kind of sum up what you would like them to walk away with from our conversation today? And then if you could tell us, what exactly does Juneteenth mean to you?
Well, first of all, I would like people to support Black businesses. That doesn't mean that you have to always buy something. But, you know, if you know about a business and someone's looking for something, tell them about it. Let them look, let them decide, well, if that's the business that they want to support. But, you know, let them know that it's out there. Juneteenth, you know, we didn't learn about Juneteenth in school. I learned about Juneteenth as an adult. And I think it's really, really important, especially in this climate right now, with so many forces trying to minimize what we've gone through and what we've contributed to this country. So I really, really applaud the founders of this event, and I'm really, really happy to be a part of it.
Ashe. I too am very, very, very thankful to Lavinia. And it was a profound moment for me as well when I realized that all of this had been going on, and even that it had been being celebrated in the world, and I didn't know. I definitely felt cheated. So thank you. It's been amazing having you here today. I'm glad to connect with you in person. I definitely am aware of who you are just due to being a part of the board. And I look forward to you. Are you vending in person with us this year?
Yes, I'm going to be vending in person this year.
And which day will that be? Will
on
it be
on the 18th? No, on Sunday. On Sunday.
Okay, community. So you hear that. You can come out. You can see these cards in person. You can actually touch the items lightly, not the T-shirts because they're normally white. Don't put your finger. But you can come and you can actually speak with Vanessa and connect
Yeah.
with Vanessa in person
Yeah.
on Sunday of Juneteenth out in Prospect Park. I look forward to meeting you in person, Vanessa.
I look forward to seeing you as well.
And I'll see you behind the screens.
Okay, thank you. Good. Have a great day, everyone.
All right, community. Thanks so much for being here with us today. We will be back again next week, same time, same place. We will be having another amazing woman joining us, Miss Kimberly Fennell. She's part of our Juneteenth board as well, but also has a lot of amazing things going on. So be here with us, be here or be square. And don't forget, if you are looking to perform or to get involved or any of that good stuff, take a pic of that scan right there. Get that QR code. See you next week.
The last call, thinking that I know you're not sure. Make a long stop, ready or not. I see you, but I need to know more. What you wanna do? Because I know we didn't dance, but I saw you watching on the dance floor. Maybe at the exit door, and maybe we could talk some more. Oh, yeah. You stand beside me. Oh, you're watching me, and I feel it. Greetings. Good afternoon, Juneteenth family. Welcome to another weekly Lunch and Learn.
In terms of business, if you have a dream, go for it. Pursue it. Work hard at it, because with anything that you want to do, it's going to come hard work. You know, if you don't put the hard work, if you don't put the time into it, it's not going to flourish the way you want to.
Maybe advice for anybody who's looking to start a business, like, just do it. Start off small and then kind of expand. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, but like once you're in it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this long time ago?
Love you. Tell yourself, I love me too. I love you, Amina. Love you. When you open your heart and your mind, you're opening up to your blessing.
Yeah.